What is up, YouTube? Chris Roma here, aka Roma Aquatics. I got a few new shrimp, and if you're wondering why this one looks so different and the light looks so blue, it is because this is a saltwater tank. So technically a nano, being a 56-gallon column tank. But I got some. Dip my toe into saltwater here. I really love this shrimp. This is called a scarlet skunk shrimp, also known as a cleaner shrimp. And I also have 3 peppermint shrimp in this tank. Hopefully we'll be able to locate one. I think there's one under there. It's gonna be really hard for you to see. Kind of see them rocking back and forth there. Give me a minute. As you can see, the blue light, the corals, and these anemones right here really like the blue light. But I bought a handy dandy filter for a camera that, see how that works? Filters the blue light and kind of makes it more like what I'm seeing. So basically what this looks like through the filter is kind of what the tank looks like to the normal human eye. But the camera picks it up super blue like this. So give me a minute to put this filter on and we'll get back. So we're back, and as you can notice, everything else looks very weird, but the tank looks normal. My Roxanne girl, she looks a little weird. Dexy face over there, she's looking weird. Back to the shrimp. So these guys are particularly hard to breed in captivity, but it has been done. The peppermint shrimp's a little bit easier. Now that we get the filter on here, let me try to get in here. I also do have my camera stabilization on, which does not allow me to zoom. So it's also got some algae on the side glass here, which is good because this tank is fairly new. So this shrimp is super cool. We got some rainbow bubble tip anemone and some zoanthoids and paleothorals. We got an acan down there. But this tank, I'm going to be starting a new channel about corals, saltwater. So if you're into saltwater, you could follow that. This is going to be the first video on a new playlist that I put into about saltwater. I already got some, like I said, some zoas, some anemones, and some shrimps. I got a bunch of cleanup crew, tons of hermit crabs, snails. I even got a conch over here. He's super cool with his trunk and his eyes. He sticks his long elephant trunk out there to clean. Super cool little guys. Awesome, awesome, cool little creatures. And then, yeah, we got an acan coral there. That's called a mandarin orange zoanthid. These are rainbow bubble tip anemones. There's 2 of them here. There's one mama in the middle, like right there's the mama. There's a little baby popping out the side over here. So the baby will probably be on the move. We have a little frag of Rasta zoanthid there. Same Rasta zoanthid over here. Down here we have I think these are called Agent Orange zoanthids, and then up here is a mixture of Agent Orange and I was told Green Bay Packer zoanthid. So cool deal. Right here we have a scarlet-legged red hermit crab. There's about 10 of those in there, and there's also 10 of these blue-leg guys. And sorry, the filter kind of takes away some of the HD-ness. So these guys right here are called Trocus snails. Apparently they're miracle workers. So I got a bunch of Trocus snails in here too. Not a bunch, like 6. But I may be rambling. I have a bunch of reef rock. I'll go through my setup now. So now, if you're not into, I'm going to deviate from shrimp and talk more about the tank setup and what I got going here. So it's a 56-gallon column. It is my living room, and I have children and dogs and pets. So I decided against a sump, which a lot of people may see as a mistake, but we'll see how it goes. I did get the Sun here. Let me take off. I'm gonna take off my blue filter now. There we go. So I did get a Sun. So you can see it has a display here. It has a built-in UV sterilizer and flow control on the display panel. There's 5 or 6 trays, and basically I use this since I don't have a sump. I don't have anywhere to run reactors like carbon reactors, GFO reactors, phosphates, any reactor, anything like that. So it all goes into the canister filter. So right now I'm running the Roxate carbon and some GFO to remove some phosphates inside the canister, as well as some bio balls and some mesh in the first few stages, filter floss in the first few stages for a little bit of mechanical filtration. Up here we have a Jabo, I'm not sure how to say it, Jabo OW25 pump. It's got its own controller that I have mounted right there. It's going to be hard to see without any light, but you can set it to do all different stuff to mimic the ocean. Of course, I have an Inkbird temperature controller on here that I use for all of my tanks that need heaters. So that controls my heater. Right here we have a Reef Octopus Classic 90 hang on the back protein skimmer. It's working great. I'm getting some nice thick dark brown skim, which is good. On top here we have a 4 bulb high output T5 LED lights. We have bulbs from ATI. There's 2 Blue Plus bulbs, 1 True Actinic, and 1 Coral Plus bulb in there. And then here's the tank. It's made of, there's a lot of Reef Rock 2.0 in there, which is a man-made rock that starts off a little bit purple. Let me get my filter back over here. So it's a man-made rock. Normally the white dry rock is white, and it is very prone to algae growth because of the white and the high density of light in the beginning of the tank. Natural rock has coralline algae on there, which is a natural purple. So this kind of mimics that purpley color. It's a little bit smoother, which makes it harder for the nuisance algae to grow on this reef rock. Also, since it's never been in the ocean, never been dry, it's been man-made, not mined out of the ground, nothing completely man-made. There's going to be no organics or anything to decay into the water and add all that extra nutrients into the water while you're trying to cycle. So I definitely went with this. It was a little bit more pricey, $7.99 a pound for this versus the cheaper live rock, but I didn't have to worry about any pests or anything like that getting into my tank. So I'm super happy about that. I have my cleanup crew to take care of algae before it starts, get rid of everything, help maintain the tank, the phosphate remover to help keep the algae down, running carbons to keep the water clean and smooth, because these zoanthids do, some of them can give off a paleotoxin, I think it's called. So they probably come from the paleothoas. But it can be harmful, so I like to run carbon to make sure it kind of takes that out of the tank. The bubble tip anemones, these guys have a really cool green center, and then they reach their tentacles out. I get to feed these guys every day. I have a powder that I mix up of mysis shrimp and reef roids, and I put it into a syringe and spray it into there, and they love it. I'm gonna have to actually, for this big guy, I'm gonna have to probably upgrade to actually food grade shrimps because he's getting big. Really liking this tank. Hope it turns out great. Haven't really seen any real coralline algae growth yet, but it is a newer tank. It's only about a month and a half, 2 months old. I did start with the bacteria starter, so as soon as I added, there's a royal grama in here. Where's my royal grama? The royal grama is hiding somewhere, but there is a royal grama in here somewhere. That's the only fish at the moment. When I added all the cleanup crew and all this stuff, I added a bunch of bacteria too. There's a pincushion urchin back there actually, and they're really cool. They like to decorate themselves with like the shells that they find. So there's a bunch, totally sticking shells to them. Pretty cool little guys back there. Alright guys, I know I haven't done a shrimp update video in quite a long time, but I will get on that shrimp update video. I will probably try to make it tonight, so it will be uploaded within the next couple days. I do have a crazy update about a few colony losses where I lost the entire colony. So if you like to hear bad news, stay tuned because there's some coming, but I also have some really great news involving tons of babies and peewees and lots of the other tanks. So Roma Aquatics out. Hope you all guys are having a great day, and I'll try to do more videos. I know they've been firing in between lately, but I've had a lot going on. I'll try to make some more and definitely keep you updated with this 56-gallon salt. All right, later all.